Hi, this is Charlie Seymour Jr.
And this is Dr. Marc Kossmann.
And we've just been interviewed by British businessman Andy Meehan. He's a busy guy. He's on his way to China.
Stopped here on his way to China, spent a couple hours with us doing an interview. It was great.
We're glad that we could get him in here. He did a lot of interview with us, and here is one of the topics that he talked about with us. So we want you to listen to this, watch what we're doing, and stay tuned.
Right, stay tuned to the end, because at the end we've got a very special offer for you.
We do, and it's all free. I can't believe you're allowing this to be free.
We got to do it for you. These are very nice people.
Yes, they are nice people, so stay tuned at the end. Get the answer for the question that Andy asked us, and stay tuned. We've got something special for you at the end.
Shoulds and oughts. Here's another term you've coined, and I know that it's important for professionals and small business owners to understand these. What do you mean by them, and why is it important to stay away from them?
Shoulds and oughts to me are, two words in the English language that we all, it's kind of like an egg point in a sense. It's, they're two words that you should really, I just used it.
It's a problem. We have trouble getting away from them.
Can't even get away from it. But by paying attention to them, what you're going to discover is that they're always linked to things that you have been taught. They're not things that necessarily come from direct experience. They're what you should do, what you ought to do. And in the realm of being a professional, there's a lot of that, because we are trained within a culture, we work side by side with our peers, we all start to do things the same way. And when you ask somebody, well, why do you do it that way? Isn't that how you should or ought to do it, right? But that's not always a bad thing, but it's a dangerous thing if you don't take the time to really look at it. We say in the book that you don't need to should or ought yourself. You don't need to say, I shouldn't put my hand on a hot stove, because you just know that. You know that when you feel the heat. You know it from experience. So that is a direct knowing, as opposed to the shoulds and oughts in our lives are what we've been taught by other people's experience. The problem is that may or may not be correct. And now we talk about this change to the online jungle. We're in a new world, and if you use marketing tools that you think are the ones you should or ought to use, without taking into acknowledgement the fact that this is a whole different world that we're in, you could get yourself into trouble.
And if you're an attorney, you're an accountant, you're a counselor, someone helping people in a service business, and this is what other people do, so that's what I ought to do. This is what I should do. This is what I look to the right, look to the left, and that's what everybody else in my profession is doing. We get trapped into those shoulds and oughts. This is what I should be doing right now. And so we want to break you free from all of those. Show you that the trap is in your mind, not in what your profession is doing much of the time. Yes, sometimes there are regulations, there are things, guidelines that you have to deal with in your profession, but most people take that way beyond what has to happen. So let's get away from the shoulds and oughts and figure out the best way for you to be able to run your business.
Absolutely, yeah.
Woo! Wow, that was one of 40 that we answered with Andy.
Andy interviewed us for so long he's going to have to rush to catch his flight to China.
And we started at 7 in the morning, went the entire morning with him. But you know what? We have 40 of these that we want to give you free.
Absolutely. We got them all packaged nice and neat for you.
We had short answers on these because we had so much we were going to pack in on all these different topics. So you see that link down below?
Right down there.
Click that link that's down below. You get to have all 40. If you like that one, you get all 40 of these for free.
Absolutely. Click on that link. We'll see you right on the other side.
Sure, it's free. Go get these.